And during the break, I want to have snacks, man, and all the snacks are from Skin Gourmet. I'm going to use them later. Well, my next guest, folks, and this is very, 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 very important, man, talking about Ghana and attitude to how we give blood, man. You know, when you go to the hospital these days, like you're going to have your wife is going to have a baby or anything, they will insist that you bring in people to give blood even before they admit her. This is wrong. Somebody is there who's trying to change the whole thing. She's the brand ambassador for the National Blood Service, and her name is Maame K. Stevens. She's here. Put your hands together. Take it up for Maame K. Stevens. All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Oh, man, good to have you here.
Thank you.
You were enjoying...
Oh, fabulous. You know, yes. I was skin at the
You know? You can...
Yes.
I think that can be your next word. It's like skin.
Yeah, it's like buy one, get one free.
But welcome.
Thank you.
I heard about you and I wanted to meet you because last week we talked about the blood march. Yes. That's coming on this Saturday. This Saturday. Mm-hmm. And folks, this Saturday, if you want to see Olu at work, you come to the Bri Mesa Junction and join us, man. We're going all the way up Bri. It's just creating awareness about how important it is to give blood, man. There's a lot of myths about this whole thing, and she's here to talk to me about. So, Maame K, welcome again, man.
Thank you.
How did you get so passionately involved in become a brand ambassador for blood?
You know, it's interesting because one of those things that I was appointed as a brand ambassador. I had a talk. Me personally, I'm scared of needles. And see, when I hear blood donation and all that, I really don't go there. But I had a talk about giving blood, and it occurred to me, why haven't I done this all this while? Just a little ask, just a little sacrifice for me, and it's actually going to help somebody live to see the next day. I mean, that's the closest you can get to Jesus Christ, honestly. I decided to take it on and embark on a nationwide blood donation campaign. So I collaborated with the Rotary clubs in Ghana and went to all 10 regions in Ghana. I started from Boga, Wa, Tamale, I went all the 10 regions. And we were able to organize the biggest, it was the first nationwide in Ghana and the largest blood drive ever with 2,757 pints of blood. 2,757 pints of blood. Wow. That's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood. And in doing that, you know, I just got more interested. I learned a lot more. And, you know, the blood bank realized the passion I had. In addition to that, my company, KSM Group, we also support a cause every year during our Thanksgiving. So that year, the blood bank needed a call center, about $25,000. So KSM decided to embark on that and actually sponsor that call center. And, you know, sometimes the blood bank will call Maame K, we need blood, and do you have groups and all that? And I think as I got more interested, I just got doing it a lot more. They realized the passion and decided to appoint me as a brand ambassador for the National Blood Service Ghana. So it's one of those things that I didn't know was coming. It was just an honor.
And you're very, very passionate about it. You know. I'm watching you in your T-shirt, and it says, blood match, and then it has O positive. Yes. That's your group?
Yeah, that's my blood group. So there are about 8 blood groups, and most people don't know what their blood group is, which is fine. This whole thing, the March campaign, March for the month of March, and March like a walking. I did this the first time last year. I had a milestone birthday, and I decided to do something cause-related. And I was like, why? I mean, I'm supporting blood, so I might as well do something blood-related. I feel like I've done everything. I mean, I've done the largest blood drive, gone to schools, churches, and you know what was different. And, you know, blood is not necessarily the most exciting topic people want to talk about. So in all my encounters, I try to create a platform, a fun, exciting platform to start that conversation. So why not a walk? We have other initiatives who have walks, so why not a blood donation awareness walk? And even now when I tell people, please come for the blood donation awareness walk, they're like, oh, well, I don't have enough blood to give. I was like, no, I'm not there to take your blood, just awareness. So we did that last year. It was very successful. And so we're going to do it again this year.
What I see, or what I like, is this whole, you're trying to create a whole change of mindset about giving blood. You know, you're making it cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially for the millennials out there, everything wants to be, you know, everything has to be cool and hip. And you're saying giving blood it can be cool.
It can be very cool, and it should be cool. For instance, this walk is supposed to be a fun, exciting walk, one like no other. We're going to start with aerobics, 5:30 a.m. down at Ayi Mensa. And you know that, I mean, the breeze walk is all about the breeze and very early in the morning. So we're going to start that, and we're going to walk up the hill, dancing, jama, music, there's a float, skaters, bikers, people from all walks of life.
It's a whole carnival.
Literally, yeah. It's a carnival, yeah. It's a parade, more or less. You know, we're going to go up the hill, and once we get there, there's going to be an opportunity for those who want to donate blood, music, dancing. Thanks to my numerous general sponsors, we're going to have some free drinks and things to nibble on. And so we're going to go up the hill. Initially, I wasn't sure whether to add a blood donation exercise because, you know, when you walk up, you get there, you're a bit tired, you have to rest. But like I keep saying, the whole thing is supposed to be an awareness. You know, you just asked me, oh, you saw O positive. So it's supposed to kind of start that conversation. And so I felt like having a blood donation exercise itself was going to be helpful for people to see what it's like. Oh, have some people donating blood. Fortunately, I have some students coming on there like Ganata and Fafaha, and they have been in fact, the schools have been keeping us, the blood bank going. And so these young ones coming there to donate blood, at least it gets them in the habit of giving so that when they grow older, they would keep giving blood. So once you see, you know, a young person on the bed and taking selfies and pictures and all that, and not screaming, people say, I should probably come and give blood. Yes, and like I said, part of awareness, I mean, if you look at my back, it has a message. It has a message at the back. So there are about 10 different messages, and as you're walking up the hill, it's supposed to educate people, it's supposed to help people ask the questions, the interesting questions, and demystify some of the myths surrounding blood donation. So that's what it's all about. But it's supposed to be all in a fun, exciting way, because blood connects us all. And
it was very interesting you brought this up, because I was telling you how I go on walks, and I've gone on walks for many of these health issues, and then you link them all to blood. At the end of the day, whether it's diabetes, sickle cell, everything it's linked to
blood. And that's what people don't realize, because you see, once you support them, that's what I tell most people, once you support blood donation, you're indirectly supporting other causes, because cancer patients need blood, pregnant women need blood, babies need blood, accident victims need blood, leukemia patients need blood, sickle cell, everybody needs blood. You support blood, and it's like indirectly you're supporting all these other causes. And that's what people don't realize. It's a very, very little ask. And also the gratification is instant. You give blood today, even today, they can use it to save somebody else. Versus some other causes where it takes a while and all that. You know, so and it just takes very little from you. Because the blood they take from you is the extra blood you have, not it's like the extra that is not really doing anything for you. If you can use that to save life, why not?
Awo, have you? I see you nodding a lot. You've given blood?
Well, recently I gave blood. I thought it was going to be really scary. But then once I got on the bed, and the lady, once she put the needle in, she was telling me about how Kolebu, people go there and there's absolutely no blood and people can die because of that reason. So she was really proud of me for giving the blood, and I took a selfie and I posted on my page, and it was I got a lot of likes and comments. So I'm definitely going to do it with you on Saturday. So we're going to
Thank you very much. Because you know, we need people like Awo, and usually once you get people to be able to go beyond the first time, the first try, they realize that, oh, it wasn't
no big deal.
It's not a big deal. It wasn't that bad. And lots of donors think that, you know, once you donate once, you've donated a lifetime. But we need them again and again and again. You could donate every 4 months.
You're mentioning that Kolebu needs like 200 pints of blood a day?
Yes. Wow. And a pint is like 1 sachet water, which is about 450, less than a sachet, about 450 ml. So that Kolebu Teaching Hospital alone needs about 200 a day for the maternity, for the babies and all that. And sometimes we can't get that, as you know, because you go to a whole blood drive, if you're lucky, you might get 50, 100. And so sometimes surgeries have to be postponed because there's no blood.
They postpone the surgery.
Yeah, they do. Because
that's life-threatening.
Yeah, exactly. Or they have to prioritize. You know, for you, if your loved one is sick, it's important. But then for the hospital, if there isn't enough blood, you know, this case is more urgent than the other. And it shouldn't happen like that. And again, the blood should be waiting for the patient, not the patient waiting for the blood. A lot of times people go there and, you know, they can't have the surgery or whatever just because the blood is not there. And also, I want us to get to a point where you shouldn't know KSM, you shouldn't know Maame K. You know, the lady in Sandema is entitled to blood. Afram Plains, Passa, Ketekrachi, wherever, you know, because the blood is there. And, you know, once we give, and all we need is 1% of Ghanaians to give regularly. And so once we get that, you know, every time we should have enough blood for anybody who needs it. Yeah.
Yeah. How, in your opinion, can we increase this, the rate of people who want to give based on a voluntary basis, that every 3 months I'll give blood? Every 4 months, yeah?
Yeah. I think this is one of the perfect opportunities, awareness. Awareness is key. A lot of people, I'm sure even those in the studio right now, you're hearing a lot of things for the first time. And the media sets the agenda. So if we get, you know, people like the KSM Show supporting us, this is huge. First of all, thank you. Creating awareness will help. Also, I think if the government makes this a national health issue and brings it to the forefront, because it's always like, oh, by the way, blood donation. But it's a very little ask, and if we could channel a little bit more of our efforts, or a little bit more of our budget towards that, it's going to support so many other causes. You know, the nurses are out every day, Monday through Sunday. The blood bank is out there looking for blood. We're either in a church, a school, an organization, a club, whatever. And so, if you know we can support them and encourage them, that would also add to the experience, so that you know, because after a while it becomes like, you know, deja vu. They do it all the time, and you know, just kind of encourage them and motivate them so that you know they would give the donors the experience that they deserve. And also, more importantly, saying thank you to the donors. I mean, they have kept the blood bank going, because really we rely a lot on the replacement system. The replacement system is, like you mentioned earlier, they tell you to bring your family relative to come and give the blood. We need, that's called the replacement system. That's what we call the replacement system. We're trying to get to the voluntary system. So in 2016, for instance, we needed about 280,000 pints of blood. We got only about 160. Of the 160,000, 60 was voluntary and 100 was replacement. So we didn't even get our target. And even what we got, most of them was replacement. And so none of the ECOWAS country has been able to get to 100% voluntary.
Everything is replacement? So far in the ECOWAS? Most
of it is replacement. I mean, you definitely have voluntary, but they're not as many as the replacements. And we're trying to get there so that people should be able to walk. I want to be like a lifestyle. People should be able to walk to any hospital and say that I'm here to give blood. You know, you don't have to wait for the blood bank to come to your church or your school or your company. You know, and people should know their blood group and say, hey, you know, we are the same. And that's one of the things about the walk, because like you saw, it's like O positive.
So you are O positive?
I'm O positive. That's my blood type. So if I'm going, are you O positive as well?
No, but I know like you give a lot of blood to, like, you give blood to everybody, right?
That's O negative.
Oh, it's O negative.
Yeah, but you're close enough. So like she said, O negative can give to everyone. They're just about 4 or 5% of the population. They can give to everyone, but when they need blood, they can only take from O negative.
Oh, really?
Yes. So this whole idea...
When they need it, they need to get
only
O negative.
Specific. Yes, specific.
But when anybody needs it, they can give it over?
Really? So they are very generous, but when they need it. And so this is one of the idea about the walk. So as you're going up the hill, like you said, your own, I mean, I'm O positive. You're also, let's say you're also O positive. I see you, it's like, hey, someday KSM can help me. Miss me to my born and say, if I have a beef with you, there's a time to, you know, make amends.
Let's hang.
Yeah, exactly, let's hang. And then if you're going up and you realize that, oh, I mean, O negative P crowd, then it means that, you know, it's a wake-up call that there are 1 or 2 people in the hospital looking for you. And if, touch wood, anything should happen to you, you're going to struggle to find people. So avail yourself. And if you don't know at all, that's even worse, because it means that they now have to test you to find your blood group before they give it to you. So it's supposed to kind of start these conversations. And we have unsung heroes who will be actually up the hill. Like people like, you know, Mr. Bano, who has given about 82 times in his life. Yes.
He's donated 82 times?
82 times, yes. He's donated 82 times.
Wow.
He's over 60. You can donate up to 60, though, but then because he's been donating, I think he can do a little bit more after his year. So he's been donating 82 times. And, you know, there are people, there's some unsung heroes who give their numbers to the blood bank so that when they need them in case of emergency, they call them, oh, Kofi, Pachomenya, nearest patient, Biantibra. Is there people who are doing that? These are the people we should be seeing on the billboards. We should be celebrating. We should be, you know, talking about them and encouraging other people to get. We all might not be able to get to 82, but, you know, you go to schools like Ganata, you have us at SS3, some people have already given 9 times. And if you can give at least twice a year, within like 2 years, you've already given 4 times, you know. And it's also good for you. That's what people don't realize, because much as you're saving somebody, it's like a free health check. You get to know your blood group. It reduces your risk of some heart diseases and things like that. You get a card, a badge of honor to show that you're a voluntary donor. And like I said, there's just, and it feels good, because the other thing is that the blood you give, within 2 to 3 days, the volume comes back immediately. And
it's replaced naturally.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're going to get fresh blood, why not? Give it to somebody because you don't need it. Let the person survive, and then you also stay healthy.
Wow. And this guy was 82 times.
He's given 82 times and still counting.
Wow.
There are some
So-
who have given, like, so you meet them there. If you come up there, you're going to see all of them there. I mean, 70 something, 60 something, and even the women. Some of them have given 50, 40. Sometimes, you know, they say that, oh, you're bad, but no, that's not true.
Not true?
Yeah. It has
Wow.
nothing to do with height, weight, whatever. They go test you. That's the important thing. So giving the gift of life, which is priceless. I mean, having the power to give somebody life, honestly, you know, and you see when you talk to patients and they thank you for the moment. Because assuming my grandmother, you know, let's say next year is her 80th, and we have somebody in the, let's say, cancer patient in the family, and you know, because of blood, the person has been able to live to see grandma's 80th. Even the pictures and stuff, you know, that person showed. So they thank you for the moment. They thank you for the opportunity to see their son's graduation, their grandkids, you know, to live to see another day. And those are the things they thank you. And sometimes, you know, whenever they receive blood, they say, you know, God bless whoever they're doing that. You don't know. And you know, sometimes it's like, hey, you know,
Show some love. So let's get the details for this weekend again. That's actually tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Okay.
It's tomorrow. It's 5:30. It's going to be a fun, exciting time. Everybody's pumped up. You know, everybody's excited. We're having some, you know, health instructors, anywhere from 37 Military Hospital and some others coming up there to walk us up there. Like I said, there's going to be a float, there's going to be skaters, bikers.
Wow. It's just a fun thing.
It's a fun thing, yeah. So we're going to walk up the hill and then we're going to stay at PDRC. And this time round too, I also involve the community a lot more because a lot of times we do, we have events in communities and they come as observers and they are, you know, in the background watching what's going on. But in January, I went to at least 10 churches in the Kitase, PDRC, Jankama area.
And put the word out.
Exactly, put the word out that, you know, you're invited.
Fantastic.
And the other thing people should also realize is that we all may not be able to give blood, but we all can support the cause. So like what you're doing right now is supporting the cause big time. You know, so if you can't give blood, you can sponsor, you can encourage somebody else to give, you can tell somebody about it, you see the flyer, forward it on, you know, on social media, promote it. If you're in the media, give us some space, talk about it. You know, so there's something that everybody can do. And when I say sponsor, I'm not talking about the big things. Even a carton of water, 20 cedis, you give to, you take it, you give to the nurses or the donors, you know, that goes a long way. Yeah.
Put your hands together, man. And for tomorrow, so it's a meeting at Ayimensa, 5:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, 5:30.
Hey, you guys, you have been right off the show.
It's all about the early morning breeze. If you don't take advantage of the early morning breeze, you might as well have been walking anywhere. So, like I keep telling people, even if you can't walk, just, you know, we can drive up or just join us.
Join us.
And so it's 5. And we're encouraging you to wear either
very,
red
very
or white T-shirts if you can. If you can't, just come as you are.
Okay.
And
so do you have plenty T-shirts like to give to the different groups or those
groups,
who have registered?
Yeah, some groups have already, and it's, I mean, it's free. The event is free. So some groups already have some T-shirts. We're going to have a few first come, first serve basis. So please come early. We want to start early. And, you know, get this going. And like I said, it's going to be a fun time. You wouldn't even think we're talking about blood, honestly. Music, dancing, it's going to be exciting.
I love it.
It's going to be exciting. And I know you're coming. Everybody knows you walk into. If we don't see you up the hill, we wonder what happened.
I'll be there, you know.
And you know, that's the thing with the breed. Sometimes you see even kids, and it's amazing. Sometimes you go and talk about blood donation, and you have, the last time, like a 12-year-old, he said, Auntie, please, I want to donate blood. You know, and for me, it was moving. It meant that what we said.
What age should you be to donate?
17 to 16.
17.
Yes.
Okay.
So I told her, you know what, you're too young to give right now, but go and call your mom or dad to come and give on your behalf. And it's, you know, it's very humbling when you have young people who come to you saying that they want to already give blood. You understand? Yeah.
Fantastic.
So 17 to 60, you can give every 4 months, and even if you can walk to any government institution, government hospital to give blood. And at Crown Mall on Saturdays from 9 till 2 p.m. Thanks to Life Healthcare Pharmacy, you can also donate blood.
That is beautiful. Yes. But before you all go, man, I'm going to go to you because I did have a very, very vital question when you were here, and my crew will assassinate me if I don't find out. See, they are excited already. Are you single or married?
I'm single.
You're single?
Yes.
That was a vital question. For them, very, very... And are you open for suggestions, or single and happily single, or your options are open?
Oh, that one, I plead the fifth.
You're pleading your fifth?
I plead the fifth. I'm going to just keep that one down low.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, you're the first person that's pleaded the fifth on this question. And Mama K.
Yes.
Yeah, same question.
Yeah.
Single or?
I'm not married, I'm single. But yeah, but like you know, at least people know what I'm passionate about, so we can start the conversation with blood.
Yeah. So Charlie, you men out there, man.
Blood.
You men out there, pick up the phone and say, Charlie, I want to donate blood, man. She will date you just now, man. No, but no. First of all, thanks. You are not married. No. Open? Are you looking or you are okay? What's that? You know, there are those who are not married and are taking CVs, applications, taking applications, and there are those. No, I don't want any applications now.
Well, I just want people to be curious. So.
You want to be curious?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So if in your CV you have a background of curiosity, you're qualified.
And you give blood. And you give blood.
And you give blood. Thank you. Thank you.
You support the cause. You support the cause. Yes, you support the cause. Yeah.
Well, ladies, thank you so very, very, very much. I mean, congrats, man. I mean, this is wonderful. And I hear you've gone global already. You are doing stuff.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, yeah. Put your hands together, man. What about contact? People may want to contact you for information, for any, what's the contact? And
if you want more questions or have other questions about giving blood in general, you can call 0277 50 1010.
Okay.
0277 50 1010. Okay. And for March, you know, March GH, you know, social media, that is, you know, we're on Instagram and Facebook and all that. So please go there and show some love. Show some love, and that's one of the ways you can support. Like I said, there's so many ways to support, so please do that.
Support the content private. Yes. Show some love, man. And stick around. We'll be right back.
KSM Show.